Hello, welcome friends in this historical reflection. It's a new episode regarding wars. And then you know that wars are not good. I mean, everybody say they want peace. Everybody wants peace because war brings a lot of challenges. It also brings despair. It also brings loss of life and everything. But sometimes war become inevitable. Now, when we talk about Indian subcontinent, there are many wars which were actually fought, and what happens that the war actually creates a few changes in the society, political, it could be social, economic, and sometimes war actually act as a kind of a learning kind of a step ahead. Now, when we talk about war in Indian continent, then there is one very ancient war which is called War of 10 Kings, and it's very interesting war. It is being actually mentioned in Rig Veda in the 7th bundle between 18 and 30 hymns, and it is quite interesting. It's a long story which is being associated with this war. Now, we generally talk about Aryan migration, but there are many social engineers who actually say that Aryan actually they developed here in the Indian subcontinent, and then they reached to different parts of the world. And why it happened, we will discuss that. Now, history, as I told you that it is very convincing, as I told you that everybody wants peace, and nobody wants war. As you must have seen the movie Iron Man. The Iron Man says that peace will give me peace will bring me out of job. So there's nothing to do. But also when we talk about any major wars, for example, we talk about World War II, then that is a part where a lot of despair, a lot of sorrow, loss of life is there. But on a very smaller scale, if you agree with that, is that there's a development in medical science, in weaponry. So there are a lot of development also, because that was kind of acted as a mother of invention platform. So now coming back to the war, which is a 10 King war. It is a fought between the King Sudas, who belonged to Bharat clan, and confederation of 10 kings. You could have actually imagined that one king at one side, and there are 10 and more king are from the other side. Now, when we talk of 10 kings, actually, it also mentioned in Rig Veda, there are approximately 50 kings actually who combined together and made a federation. But then there are a big mass of kings, so they have put a strategy and they combine, and that's how the 10 king actually confederation is made. So we will come to this again, but we will be discussing about the clan, and we will also find out what were the causes of this war. But I must tell you, this is first recorded war of the world, and there are many people who were involved. And this war also became a kind of a passage for upcoming war of Kurukshetra between Pandav and Kaurav. So that is also we will discuss maybe later time. Now, when we're talking about the dynasties who fought in this, there was Puru, there was Bhrigu, and when we talk of Bhrigu is a lineage from the Bhrigu Rishi, and we have Yadavs, we have Alinas, Dhruv, and all that, they all combined. I will give you a list of all these clans, and we'll discuss about a few aspects of these clans. Now, the Puru was the leader of this confederation, and now I would like to actually, if you have any how you really feel about this war, if you have read about this 10 King war, what were the causes of this war or any other war for that matter? First is supremacy. Everybody wants a supremacy, and when we talk about this Vedic war, And it was stated that Sudas was a very prominent king and he is emerging out. And it is also said that he belongs to Ichwaku dynasty, which also became a very, in our Shastra, in our books, religious book, it is also mentioned that, yeah, that the whole clan was quite prominent. Now, first is, I told you, supremacy. Second is water. Now, water is very important aspect of human development. Now, many social engineers, many people predict that the Third World War will be happen on the water. So that became a very important aspect of this war also. Now, the cows were very considered very sacred in Indian continent, Indian culture. So that was also included in the causes of the war. But there's another war, another very big cause of this conflict of interest. That is also between Vishwamitra, who is the Saptarishi, and Vashishta, who is also equally important in our whole history. So I'll be coming to that, but before that, I would like to actually just read out the clans who participated. They were Anu dynasty and they were Bhrigu dynasty. I also told you about the Puru dynasty. We have Dhruyu dynasty, which actually belongs to the modern Afghanistan. And when we talk about Anu dynasty, they belong to a place which is near Ravi river, which is the modern Ravi river. We also have Bhalana dynasty, and they were more, we can visualize their presence in older times near Baluch area of Pakistan. Then Alina, they were near big Khyber Pakhtunkhwa kind of region. Yadu, we were more scattered clan at that point of time, is near Maharashtra, south of Uttar Pradesh, and Karnataka, little of Nepal. So they were a big clan at that point of time. Then Pakhtu. Pakhtus are a kind of a place where we have Pashtun or Pathan, which now in modern times we get. Those are the Pakhtus were coming from that. What we say, Pathans and Pashtun, they are coming from that lineage. Apart of them, there are many more clans which combine this. So as I was discussing the causes, I've already mentioned three causes. The main cause, as Rigved mentioned, is the clashes of interest between two great sages. The story goes like that Vishwamitra was a royal priest with Sudas, but Sudas actually wanted to change that priest. He wanted that Vashish should acquire this position of royal priest in his kingdom, and this actually was not taken well with Vishwamitra. Now, before I go further, I would also want to tell you about Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was the king of modern day Kannauj, a very prominent place in northern India. He was the king of that, and one day, actually, while coming from a war, after winning the war, he is just passing by and he saw Vashisht in his at one of the jungle which is placed, and where he also found a divine cow by the name of Kamdhenu. And Kamdhenu, as it stated in all the inscription of older inscription of Hinduism, she can provide anything to anybody if that person is genuine and honest. And then Vishwamitra, he went to Vashisht. He said that as you know that Vishwamitra, I am a king. He was mentioned it. I am a king, and all these goodies of the state should belongs to me, and it's better that you are a hermit, so it's better you give this cow to me. But the Vashisht said no, because this cow Kamdhenu belongs to devtas or the celestial being, and it is not for you. And that actually made issue of conflict between Vashishta and Vishwamitra. They had a war, but Vishwamitra was actually defeated by Vashishta. That means Vashishta, who is a hermit, defeated a king by the name of Vishwamitra, and that was taken very hard by Vishwamitra, and he actually asked help from the God Shiva, and he has done some prayers for many years, and he wanted a celestial weapon so that he can defeat Vashishta, who was Saptarishi. At that point of time, he has a very big stature. When we talk about Vishishta in our olden books and inscription. So and again, after acquiring this weaponry from the god, Vishwamitra again attacked on Vashishta, and he was managed to kill all the disciple of Vashishta, even his sons also. But he was not able to defeat Vashishta, and again it was actually taken very hard by Vishwamitra, because he was a king and he is fighting a priest, and he is not able to win that priest. And what happened in the process, there is the one person which is mentioned in Rigved, Vamdev. Vamdev is that same person who helped many other rishis or enlightened people to write Rigved, and then he approached Vamdev. Vamdev has written 4th chapter of Rigved. And Vishwamitra approached Vamdevana, how it is possible that I am being defeated by a sage, by a hermit. He said, because he is a Saptarishi, he has acquired the spiritual knowledge, and that is why he is able to defeat you. And if you actually read all the inscriptions, all the story from the world also, you will find very few people who had a very royal position. They left it and they became sage and they acquired knowledge. And Vishwamitra was one of them. He left everything. He left his kingdom of Kannauj. He went to the jungle. He actually prayed, acquired spiritual upliftment, and he had so much. He was so adamant that he wants to become a Saptarishi, and he acquired that also. So that is something which happened, and now the Vashishta and Vishwamitra actually were standing on the same status, but the relation between Vashishta and Vishwamitra actually were always strained, and very, very later in their lives they were acquired some pacification, but not of that level. So this is how that was already there. And when this episode happened, coming back to the 10 king war, then this episode of happened when Sudas wanted Vashishta as a royal priest. So Vishwamitra became very, very angry, and he left the royal palace. He went to these king, asking to make a confederation to defeat Sudas. So somehow all those king also wanted their supremacy. They also wanted the share of water. They wanted a kind of cows control also at that point of region, at that point of time. So they combined and made a federation, and they attacked Sudas. So Sudas actually really fought very well, and the outcome of this war was a defeat of the confederation and making Sudas as unchallenged king of that period. So now coming to the causes, what made Sudas to win against the large gathering of the kings of that time. So this is mentioned, there are 2-3 things which are very crucial in the winning of Sudas, who belong to Bharat clan. First is strategy, definitely. King, he was a quite enlightened king. He was brave. He knew how to do things, how to acquire, how to safeguard the boundaries of his kingdom. So strategy. Then one second aspect is help from the Vashisht. Vashisht, who has already the experience of war, spiritual upliftment, he really helped Sudas. And it is also mentioned that Sudas is being also helped by king of Devatas or king of God, Indra. Now, when we talk about Indra, when for people who know the Zeus and Indra has somehow similar personalities. So, the Indra, the god of Devatas, the god of the king of God, he controlled the weather, he controlled the water, and it is also mentioned that during the war, Puru, who was the leader of the confederation, tried to make a dam on the river, modern day Ravi, which is called Parsuni in the olden time. So, and somehow they were not able to keep that dam at place, and that dam actually broke, and there are many chariot, horse, cavalry, and to surprise the leader of the confederation, they also washed away, and that became a very major point for winning Sudas. Now, when I'm just going forward, I must tell you there are two aspects of ancient time. First is the kind of army they used to maintain. So it is always mentioned in Rig Vedas of that time. The cavalry, those Sainik or those soldiers on foot, they were very important in war. A part of this, they used to have chariot, which is sometimes 1 horse chariot, 2 horse chariot, till the 5 horse chariot. So they were also part of the army at that point of time. Though many people say that elephant were the part of the army, but the mention of elephant is not is there in Rig Vedas. A part of this, it is very, very crucial to understand the form of government at that time. First is monarch, which is very much prevalent, but there are 2 types of governments were very prevalent. And when we talk about the federations, so there were monarchs and there were non-monarchical government, the system of government. So when we talk about non-monarchical in India, there were 2 types of system of the government. First is when a group of people combine, the influential people of the tribe, the influential people of the society, they combine and they select one person. And that person is being actually appointed as the leader of that clan. And they were called, or they were actually addressed as Rajan. And this post was not hereditary like monarchs. So if Rajans are doing something bad, and or the people are not liking those people, they have the ability and they can remove that. The second is Sabha. When we talk about the federation, there are many clans who were following Sabha, where again some top people actually combine, and as a group they rule the people or the clan. The third was Samiti. Now Samiti is again a combination of people from different group of society in that particular clan. But there's a difference. There was Sabha and Samiti, they worked together, and the responsibility of Samiti was to look after the Sabha, what kind of rules, how they are actually taking care of the people, what are the rules they are making and all that. So when we talk about the federations, they are a combination of these type of government. So as I told you, the outcome of this war was that Sudas became a winner, and he actually established a very powerful empire after that. There were also mention of one small war with the federation of three kings later, after the winning of this war of 10 kings, somewhere near modern day Bihar. And again, Sudas was also able to defeat these three kings and actually established a very powerful empire of that time. Now, when somebody is winning, and all those people who actually follow, everybody follow the winners, and this is how few clans actually combined in the Bharat clan. Sudas belong to Bharat clan. I must tell you a very interesting aspect of Bharat clan. We Indian, we call Bharat, and the Bharat word or Bharat name has occurred from the Sudas clan. After we are named by Sudas clan Bharat, and that's how we are called Bharat as a country. So this is one point which I thought I should just share with you. Now, coming back to the aftermath of the war. Aftermath were very interesting because there are a few ideologies about Aryans. There are few ideologies about what happened of all those clans, which was approximately 50, but they have been actually categorized into 10. They combined due to, as I told you, due to strategy to fight the Sudas. So there are many actually, the many clans actually they combined to Bharat clan after the win of Sudas. So one of the major were Purus, and these Purus and Bharat they combinedly called as Bharat. And this mention is definitely there when we talk about Mahabharat, the epic war of Indian subcontinent. So they have we read about combination of Purus and Bharat in this upcoming war. Now there are many people who actually migrated for India. So though there are many theories of Aryans, but the major theory which is coming now, when there a lot of research is being done, that Aryans actually developed in this area, where Indian subcontinent, and they moved to different part of the world, and they were called as the Indo-Aryan kind of nomination or term. So this topic definitely require another episode. We'll discuss about how all this happened. So this is some what I just wanted to discuss with you. And so if you have any points, if you want to add on this 10 king war, I will be more happy to listen your viewpoint. And if you want to add also, we will display that in our upcoming series. So all the best to you, and just don't forget to leave the comment. So see you in another episode of Historical Reflection. Till then,